Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The sabad today that we are about to recite is from Rag Suhi, page 742 of the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And it is one of those rescue testimonies, if you will, a short 4-verse hymn, and it is built around the idea that here is a form of bondage that I was caught in, and here is how the one pulled me out of it. So it reads as follows. Suhi mahalla panjama, Anik Beeng das ke parharia, कर कृपा प्रभ अपना करया, तुम्हें छड़ाए लियो जन अपना, उर्ज परयो जाल जग सुपना, रहाओ पर्वत दुख महा बिकराला, किन मैं दूर किए दयाला, सोग रोग विपति अत पारी, दूर भई जप नाम मुरारी, दृष्टधार लीनो लड़ लाए, हर चरण गहे नानक सरनाए. It's fairly short. The refrain here, the rahao, तुम्हें छेड़ाए लियो जन अपना, उर्झ परयो जाल जग सुपना. You, तुम्हें छेड़ाए, you rescued, जन अपना, you rescued your servant. From where? Uraj paryo, the servant was entangled. Uraj paryo was entangled. Jal, jag supana, in a net, in a dream net, which is the world. Jal, jag, supana. The world, a dream, is like a net that catches us. And then all of the verses around it actually speak to various strands of our life which cause this entanglement. The first one says, Anik Beeng das ke Parharia, kar kirpa prab apna karya. Again, grace, kar kirpa prab apna karya. What happened here? Anik Beeng was Anik Beeng. Being means that which is crooked, a warp, a distortion. So if we have to think about what these crookedness is, think about it as distortions through which the ego constructs its world. Distortions. It warps reality. And the distortions can be the sense of insecurity, defensiveness, self-importance, all of this protecting the image of me. Why is it crooked? Because, as I said, it distorts, warps your perception of reality. We no longer see life as it is, but we bend it through haume. If someone were to criticize me, I hear, I am being diminished. If I succeed, I get puffed up. If someone else succeeds, I feel as though I have been diminished. So these are distortions of consciousness. So Anik Beeng das ko Parharia, these were cleared. This distortion was cleared for me through the grace of the Prabh. Tumhe chhadayo liyo jan apna, you rescued your servant. And the servant, as I said, when we considered the Rahao, was trapped in the net of the dream world. So the point is, the net is also the ego. It weaves a net. What does it weave the net out of? Expectations, ambitions, survival that gets distorted, identities, possessions, what have you, fears about the future. You know, my career has to turn this way, my children must behave in a certain manner, I must be respected, so on and so forth. This whole web that it's like a spider weaving its own web and then becoming entangled in it. We imagine a version of life that must be, and when it does not conform to what we have woven, well, there is a problem. Then, in the second stanza, पर्वत दोख महा बिकराला खिन मह दूर किए दयाला. Parvat dokh, a mountain of sorrow. Bikaralla, it is dreadful to even imagine. Khin meh dur kiye, but you pushed it away in an instant. O compassionate one, Parbat dokh maha bikaralla. So the mountain appears immovable. So what is this mountain consist of? So we just talked about the warped reality of the ego, the way it sees the world. The mountain becomes the weight of one's own failings, guilt, shame piling up. So the whole structure weighs down upon you, the structure of the ego, accumulation, harmful tendencies. So a lifetime of conditioned reactions eventually make that structure feel enormous. That is the mountain. One resentment building upon another, one fear reinforcing another, one habit producing another habit, one false assumption becoming part of one's personality. This repetition becomes mountain-like. But "Khin meh dur kiye de Allah," remarkable change. The mountain can disappear in a moment. And we will talk about what it really means. Sog rog bipat atipari. Now, this widens the whole field. Sorrow, sickness, calamity. Guruji is now spanning the set, the emotional, the physical, and the circumstantial. It weighs heavily upon the ego. But Jap Naam Murari, here the Prabh is being referred to as the killer of the demon Murar. And the demon here is the ego. Because now the pain that could be avoidable has additional narratives around it. It is why me? Why must it happen to me? I can't bear this. So you're simply multiplying your sorrows, adding to the weight of that mountain. So in conclusion, Drishtadhar lino ladlaye, har charan gahe nanak saranaye. Drishtadhar lino, that is glance of mercy. Ladlaye, attaching to the hem of wisdom. Har charan, and gahe nanak saranai. So Nanak seeks refuge in that wisdom. So what is Prab? Prab is reality apprehended without the distortions imposed by the isolated ego. That is what is happening throughout this Sabad. Prab, which literally means a lord or a master, should not be confused with a deity. It is not some bearded sky figure issuing commands from above. It is really a reference to Ik Oankar, that one reality, that formless single ground. That the use of the word Prab is simply a theistic tradition. It's not a metaphor for some god outside. So what the Prab, what the grace of the Prab means, that the ego is being reoriented. It draws you in. It is the character of this Prab to be compassionate. And compassion is that magnetic pull. Grace and tenderness is what Prab is. It pulls you in. So different words have been used. Kirpa, Daya, Dayala, Drishti. These are all orientations of the Prab. So you have to reorient the mind through Gur wisdom. That is the key. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.